Hey, thanks for dropping by. If this is your first time here, I'm TJ. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. So today's video is another product review. This has played a huge role in my skincare routine over the last 4 or 5 months. It's a device that I've held off making videos about because I've just really had so much fun playing with it. So every day I get a lot of questions on my channel, in my Facebook group, on my Instagram account, asking me about how to get more of a V-line shape, how to deal with hollows under the eyes, how to lift the brows. The thing here is that there's no device that is going to do all of that. And the reason for that is that as we get older, yes, we lose collagen and elastin, which obviously can be seen in the texture of the skin, but there's much more going on beneath the surface of the skin. Two of the main things that happen as we get older is that the muscle mass in the face begins to shrink and we also experience bone loss. One of these we can address, but obviously the other one we can't. When it comes to bone loss, you can eat as much cheese and drink as much milk as you want for that calcium is not going to regrow. This is why your face shape changes from when you're a teenager up until when you're in your 30s, your 40s and your 50s. The older you get, the more bone loss you experience, the more your face shape is going to change. Now obviously muscles are attached to the bone that overlie the bone, so as your bone structure changes and begins to decline, those muscles don't have as much to cling on to be laid over. And of course with time the muscles become much weaker, the fibers don't grow back as strong, things begin to sag, they drop. The bone holds the muscles hold the skin, so if the muscles are dropping, the skin is going to drop as well. So when it comes to bone loss, really the only way you can address that is with fillers. I know a lot of people really love the effects of fillers and the way that they turn back the clock on the face. But one, I think that they are massively expensive when you have them done professionally. I wouldn't do them myself because the risk is just too high in my opinion. But also, I'm not trying to look like I did when I was in my 20s. I want to look my age. I just want to look the best that I can for my age. I don't want people looking at me saying, that guy's got the face of a 20-year-old, but the body of a 40-year-old. Things have kind of got to match. So while you can change your facial structure with things like fillers or cheek and jaw and chin implants, 99% of people either can't afford to go down that route or they just don't want to. But while you can't do much about your bone structure, you can take care of the muscles and the skin. And this is going to make a huge difference to your appearance. The last 15 months have been an absolute roller coaster when it comes to my skincare. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning of my journey, you'll know that I looked a good 15 to 20 years older than I do now. And I know you're sitting there thinking, well, you've probably got a face full of Botox. My face is Botox free. The eyebrows move, I can frown, I can scrunch. There's no trickery going on. I also don't have filler. Even if I want it, I don't feel that it's the right thing for me. Is there room for improvement? Yes. Do I obsess about these little wrinkles and lines and things that appear as I get older? No. So this device that I'm sharing with you today, when it comes to improving the facial contours, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and revolumizing my skin, from the deepest layers of skin and muscle and also on the surface, there's one tool that I'm obsessed with, and that is the Age-R device. Not only does it look great, but it's got some pretty cool functions built into it that take it from being your average microcurrent or EMS device to something that is a handheld workout device and massage spa in one. Something that I absolutely love about this device are the super unique 70-degree angle rotating balls. These have been modeled on the human thumb to give a massaging effect as they glide across your skin. Each of the small balls has got small ridges in it. This helps to deliver the product and spread it evenly, but also the frequency to ensure that everything is as even as possible. The frequency itself is really, really relaxing. It's kind of like a real tingle going on in the skin. You get a little bit of twitching. You don't feel like you've got muscle fatigue going on after you've used this. So as this is gliding across the skin, what it's doing is it's gently pulling that skin in towards the device, which is really helping to improve that circulation to the area. But it's also helping to treat those muscles not only from above, but from the sides as well. The tips of each ball are perfectly distant so that you can do proper holding technique to help lengthen or shorten muscles as well, which is super important when it comes to giving yourself a microcurrent and EMS facelift. The device has got 3 modes. It's got slim mode, it's got up mode, and it's got body mode. So this is a face and body device. Slim mode is treating the surface of the skin and the mid layers of the dermis. It helps boost ATP levels in the skin and is supposed to help with slimming the face using a series of short and rapid energy waves. Up mode or lift mode is the mode that I tend to use the most. And this simulates a petrissage massage, focusing on toning and lifting mid-level muscles. Basically, it gets to work on those subdermal muscles, helping increase the volume and boosting elasticity and tone using deep and uniform electrical waves. The final mode is body mode, which simulates a friction massage. It uses deep and long waves of electrical current that helps muscles to contract, it helps to relax them, and is supposed to help improve the shape of the body's contours. Now, anyone who's ever had a microcurrent facial, you know just how well they work. The thing is that with microcurrent facials, the results aren't permanent. In fact, they are pretty short-lived, and it's something that you have to repeat time and time again. Now, if you're going to an esthetician to maintain your results, it's going to get really expensive really quickly. So having a device to hand that you can use at home every day is going to save you a small fortune. But it also frees up your time. You can do it when you want, where you want. If you feel like giving yourself a 20-minute facial, you give yourself a 20-minute facial. If you only feel like doing 5 minutes, you do 5 minutes. But it's not going to be eating out of your bank account on a regular basis. Now, with this device, you do get best results by using it daily. So this is an everyday device. It takes 10 minutes. It's on a 10-minute timer, so it turns itself off after that amount of time. The areas that I tend to focus on are my face, my neck, my trapeze muscles, my underarm area. I do avoid using it across my chest area. I don't use it down my thyroid. And again, when it comes to anything above the orbital rim, that's a no-go for me. The reason that I don't use it on the chest is because, you know, it's where the heart is. The heart responds to electrical impulses. The last thing I want to do is go and place an electrical signal directly above my heart. And knowing my luck, I'll probably drop dead. I always avoid the center line of my neck. This is where the thyroid gland is. While the frequency from this is pretty superficial, really not worth risking disrupting hormone production. So yeah, anything really when it comes to home devices, you just want to avoid the whole center line of the neck here. And for anything around the orbital rim area, if it's outside of the orbital rim, I go for it. If it's inside the orbital rim, so anything that's on the soft squishy part, inside the eye socket area, I just don't really want to be sending frequencies into my eyes or anything that could disrupt the optic nerve. There's a common misconception that you shouldn't use electrical devices over the temples because there's nothing there between the temples and the brain. Not true. If you go to an esthetician or a cosmetic surgery clinic, they're going to use these devices over your temples. You're not going to drop dead from it. There is no direct hole between here and your brain. There's a lot of veins and arteries, but treating along your temples, you're not going to zap your brain. You're not going to microwave it. You're not going to drop down on the floor. You're going to be fine. Now, when it comes to treating the face, I take care of my forehead. Obviously, I do my temples. I'll do my crow's feet. I give myself a little bit of lift in the brow area, which helps to elevate the eyelids as well and keep them nice and open. I always pay extra special attention to my cheekbones because I want my cheeks to be nice and elevated and sort of like an apple shape. Another area that I like to pay special attention to is my jawline. Now, obviously, I've been overindulging over the last couple of months. So at the moment, I've kind of just got a mouth in my neck. So I'm trying to bring my jawline back. I like to use it on my back, just to try and help lift my turkey neck a little bit. Obviously around my mouth and then down the sides of my necks onto my down the sides of my neck onto my shoulders, under my arms, on the back of the neck, across the back a little bit. That's mainly just therapeutic and because it just feels so damn good. So before I do a treatment, I'm going to show you the instructions for turning on this device, setting everything up, and then I'll get on with the treatment. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to push the power button. Push and hold it, and it turns on. It automatically sets itself to slim. If you want to increase the frequency, you just push mode and choose the level that you want. Now for me, I always go for maximum levels with these things because my skin is just so used to this kind of treatment. To change the mode, you push and hold. Now we have up again, choosing your intensity level. And then the final one, push and hold, and it moves on to body. This creates a much more intense frequency that goes much deeper to work on those muscles. Then you apply your conductive gel and you place the device. Now, when you first touch the device to your skin, what you want to do is make sure it's on the lowest setting, then increase it once it's on your skin. Otherwise, you're going to get zapped. Now, you probably already know that with microcurrent or EMS or any kind of electrical frequency, you need to use a conductive gel. You really don't want to be using anything with oil. Oil isn't conductive. It's kind of just going to really give you subpar results, mainly because electricity and electric impulses or electric signals, they just don't pass through oil, whereas water, electricity zips through it. So choosing a really good water-based conductive gel is the way to go. The one that I use is the Medicube Age-R Booster Gel. It's not only the best conductive gel that I've used, but it also works much in the way like a serum. So you apply it to your skin. You don't need to wash this one off afterwards. It absorbs into your skin. But better still, it's loaded with loads of goodies such as hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, soluble vegan collagen, and ringer solution, which is a blend of saline, sodium bicarbonate, calcium, and potassium chloride. So it's going to load your skin up with plenty of beneficial and boosting electrolytes. Now, it's no secret that I suffer with pretty bad acne at times, but I also have rosacea. The niacinamide in this really does help to minimize redness. Now, I've been working on my rosacea with my picosecond device, but topical products can also go a long way with helping improve the appearance of redness, of small spider veins, and blotchiness. Now, when I picked up this device and the booster gel, I also got the Medicube Vita C cream, which I find really helps with pigmentation, obviously with cellular turnover, while giving me plenty of moisture and bounce. I also have the full red line from Medicube, which is designed for sensitive skin types that experience acne and rosacea. It has been an absolute game changer for my skin. I'm going to do a video on those products a little bit later. So I guess for now, it's time to do a treatment. Yay! Okay, now as I do my face, my neck, and my upper body with this, I am going to get the girls out. My marshmallow flumps are out of view. So as with all skin treatments, you need to make sure that your skin is nice and clean and free from oil or makeup or grime, just so that the frequency can work its best without driving anything into the skin that you don't want. Then what I do is I take my Age-R Booster Gel, apply it around the device rollers. I feel like I'm lubing up a couple of acorns here. Then I put an olive size amount of the Age-R Booster Gel into my hand, and I'm going to work on my jawline first. One of the things that I love about this booster gel is that there is zero fragrance in it. It is fragrance free, which means that my sensitive skin isn't going to be irritated. Going to turn the device on. I am going into up mode, starting on the lowest level and then increasing the frequency. It feels so good. If you have a lot of tension in your jawline, especially like me, I find that I clench my teeth quite a lot, usually from stress at work. This just really eases everything, and the frequency, whilst it is EMS, it's kind of what's known as a mid-level frequency. So it's kind of at the highest level, you're entering EMS territory. At the lowest level, you are in microcurrent. In the middle two levels, you're kind of mid-level frequency, and then lift. Other side. You can really feel the massage from the thumb shape of the balls. Okay, so then you're gonna slap those balls on your chin. I can't believe I just said that. And just up and down, just to massage it. You can feel the muscles contracting and vibrating. It's so good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the device back to front and then run it upwards up my cheeks. This is pretty intense along here, but it's still really, really nice. And then I'm bringing it the right way around and then just gliding it up. So first, upside down. And then the right way around. Oh, it's so good. It just feels like someone's got their thumbs and like are just massaging these muscles. Like it's so deep as well. So sometimes when I'm really, really stressed and I've got a tension headache going, I really just love using it on this area around here. It kind of gets across all this area. And I just hold it like this if I've got a tension headache, and it just seems to melt it away. And then what I'm going to do is just a general up and down sweeping motion, working my way in towards the side of the nose, but still staying on that orbital rim. So when I'm working on the cheek muscle, I keep one side right against the nose, the other on the actual side of the cheek. I kind of get a little bit of a tingle inside my nose, like I'm going to sneeze. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to work on my frontalis muscles. Now there's a huge misconception out there that by strengthening the muscles in the forehead that you're going to cause them to work harder to create deeper wrinkles. The thing is that when it comes to your forehead wrinkles, they're actually normally caused because your brows have dropped when the muscles are losing strength. Then what happens is that your body automatically tries to raise the brow to prevent your field of vision being obstructed. What this does is then starts to cause wrinkles to appear on the forehead. By strengthening your frontalis muscles, what you're doing is you're helping to elevate the eyelids and the brows and everything naturally without needing to elevate your brow themselves, thus helping to minimize the appearance of wrinkles. I swear this feels so good. I wish you guys could feel like what I'm feeling right now. I feel a little bit tingly, a little bit twitchy. And the thumb effect from the balls on here just rubbing across my forehead. And oh, let's turn it around. I've got tingle going on across my scalp now, so I know that I'm hitting the right areas. And then straight in just above the brow. And you'll notice that I've got the twitch going on. Again, what I'm doing is I'm just working on the muscles directly that lift the brow up. I use another microcurrent device from Fushi, which is literally one of the best devices that I have when it comes to microcurrent. But it doesn't give you the tingle or the twitch, and it definitely doesn't give you this massage effect that you get, like it feels like this is massaging. But then it's important to remember that this isn't microcurrent. Even though it claims itself to be microcurrent, it's actually medium energy frequency. So it's kind of the crossover point between EMS and microcurrent. I could literally have this feeling all day. Oh. This is the thing, that I have the Rio 60-second EMS device. If I do this on my face with the Rio 60-second, I am contorting, I'm in pain. It's beyond a joke. This is just like a little slice of heaven on your face. Okay, I think that's enough or I'm going to get carried away. A little bit of gel just above the lip so that I can work on the muscle there, which is going to help elevate my lip slightly. Give me a little bit of a flip going on. Lots of gel on the side of the neck and onto the shoulders. Switching the mode onto body. This is literally, I can feel my muscles loosening up. There's some real twitching going on. But my God, does this feel good? I swear, my neighbour upstairs is going to think that I'm up to no good with the moans and the groans coming from here. And then up. Again, I'm avoiding the centre line of the neck, so anywhere from here really where I can feel my voice box. Wow. I swear this is so much better than any massage I've ever had. This is why I use this device. It's like a pleasure stick. I know that sounds really wrong, but this just feels so good. Okay, onto the other side. Now, if you're like me and you have a desk-based job, which means that you're working from a computer all the time, then your neck, especially the back of the neck, the shoulders and that, are going to feel really tense all the time. Now, when your neck and your shoulders and that are tense, it can lead to headaches and, you know, just feeling really, really crappy. This really does get rid of all of that tension. When you find the right muscles, you can get it right up into here, so the muscle is traveling all the way up and I can feel it in my scalp behind my ear. These are the muscles that actually create tension headaches. Sorry, I could just sit all day with this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to get the back of my neck. So what I'm going to do is straight down. Okay, so now it's time for those dreaded bingo wings. Starting here and moving up. Remember, you don't have to wash this gel off afterwards, so yeah, it's really, really great for the skin. It's going to soak in super quick. It's tingling all the way down. Now obviously this treatment is taking me longer today because I'm trying to show you guys like exactly how I would do this. I do spend a lot of time doing treatments. It doesn't eat up all of my life, but you know, I think consistency is key, and choosing the right devices for the issues that you're trying to address also really important. But I am a creature of habit, so once I build something into a routine, yeah, it becomes super easy for me, and I don't feel like that it takes me that long. Now obviously I don't use this while it's activated over my thyroid gland or down the center of my throat, but I do want to get some of that stimulation going on, the blood flow going on. I could do it with my thumbs, but why do it with my thumbs when I've got two superior alternatives right here? So all I do is, it's off now, and I am just gonna rub it up and down just to stimulate that blood flow to that area. And now I'm good to get on with the rest of my day. I'm gonna put my t-shirt back on now because you don't want anyone looking over your shoulder thinking you're on OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans. But also it's just freezing. But yeah, when it comes to treating my face, my neck and my body, this is my go-to device. I do have a few tools that I don't really talk about too much. Part of that is just because I feel that I've got so many different devices on my channel that I cover. Fair enough, a lot of them are review videos, just kind of giving you my first impressions and how I find that they're working over time. Some of those devices get dropped, some of them become a solid part of my everyday routine. The Age-R device has become a firm and solid part of my routine, partly for its rejuvenating effect on anti-aging and making sure that the skin and the muscles are taken care of, but also just for how damn good it feels when you're using it. Obviously this is a Korean device from a Korean company. It's backed by so much science, it's had clinical studies done, which you know is great, but for me it's all in the results and the way that it feels when I'm using it. If I could score this out of 10, it would be a solid 10. In actual fact, I'm going to score it. It's a solid 10 out of 10. This is definitely something that I would recommend everyone to have in that anti-aging toolbox. I just wish you could feel like how light my shoulders feel, how relaxed my neck and my jaw and everything feels. I just feel like everything that I've just treated is floating. But yeah, this is one of my secret weapons in my anti-aging toolbox. I do use mine every day. I have the time to use it every day. If I was going to a salon or an esthetician to have this done, I'd be bankrupt in a matter of weeks. So for me personally, I think that the investment for this pays for itself after just a few treatments. But yeah, I'm going to throw all of the information for this device if you want to check it out more, learn more about the details, or if you want to get your hands on one, everything is going to be in the description down below. I'll also throw a few links to the products that I use, just so you've got everything in one place and to make life that little bit easier. But yeah, if you've got any questions about this device or about any of the other treatments that I do, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below, or head on over to my Facebook group or my Instagram page where you can get in touch with me directly. And if you haven't done so already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're first to know whenever I upload a new video. Have an amazing day today, enjoy the rest of your week, and I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. So till then, TJ over and out.